When are we going to accept that we have a serious problem on our hands? The racial radicalization, the racist radicalization of blacks in our universities is going to become a more and more serious problem. It's spreading slowly to other minorities, and it's very largely supported by the Carl the Cucks and the Aid Skrillex and other assorted progressive hipster racist youth in our country, where every tragedy is being seized on as an opportunity for BLM to steal the mic, or other assorted groups like them, the broader umbrella of racist, radicalized minorities. I know this makes you uncomfortable because I am a white person discussing this problem. I know this makes you uncomfortable because we've been trained throughout all our lives in the very liberal 80s and 90s to not judge people for having different skin color than us. Unfortunately, millennials are not getting the same education. They're not being taught to see the good in other people and to see past racial barriers to treat other people as human beings. They're getting precisely the opposite. They're being trained to be the bizarro Superman to Superman. They're trained to be the black and other minority versions, but mostly black, of the KKK. Black Panthers, Black Power Fists. You know that pink Power Fist? That's a ripoff of the Black Power Fist. The root of this is that Black Panther mentality is making a huge resurgence because cultural relativists, moral relativists, postmodernist, progressive, hipster, social Marxist cunts are teaching classes like critical race theory, gender studies, and women's studies. And people are not precisely being told outright, we should hate white people. They're taught a manner of thinking which is as fallacious and magical and circular and just plain fucking wrong as what creationists are taught in place of science. I am a white male, as Aid Skrillex would remind me. That means I have white privilege. And what white privilege means is I have not faced the same adversity as somebody who isn't white. No matter how many times I say I grew up poor, no matter how many times I say I was a racial minority where I grew up for the first 17 years of my life. El Gringo Niño, I bring this up all the time. I grew up where the signs in the stores were in Spanish. Okay? Okay. Not that I'm saying that has anything to do with Mexican people. Don't get it twisted. I don't think like these people. So no matter that I grew up poor, no matter that I've fucking been harassed by police, that I've had guns pointed at me by the police and thankfully not shot at me, no matter how fucking poor I was, no matter the fact that I've been homeless, no matter the fuck that I have a history of drug addiction that I thankfully came over, and that I've lived in ghettos, and that I've been around gangbangers. You know, maybe I ain't no fucking Chicago street thug, and I would never claim to have either the specific hardship nor the specific street cred of such a title. I am not, it's not alien to me. That's not foreign to me. I know that. I live that. Meanwhile, millionaires and fucking upper middle class blacks are telling me I have white privilege. People who never went a day hungry in their life, who never showed up to the local church they didn't go to, with a little slip of paper saying that this is my income bracket, I'm below the poverty line, please give my son free cereal so he can eat today. Fuck you, you disgusting, despicable, despisable, fucking ferocious racists. And we sit idly by and let these people control the conversation, but not only that, control the logic and reasoning, or more specifically, the fucking lack thereof. When are we going to admit that we have a serious problem here? Where we are being fucking compartmentalized and collectivized and categorized and told what our life experience is, told what we think, told how we feel about other people, and told how we treat other people by racists projecting their very real and not exaggerated racism on innocent people they don't fucking know, strangers. Why is this acceptable? Why is this tolerated? Why is this ignored or brushed off as a growing problem? This polarity as the still very existent old Southern fucking racists are rallying around Trump. The universities are collecting radicalized minorities who don't have real grievances. They're indoctrinated into believing they have them. Where you could go on social media and make a comment like, hey, whites are shot by police all the time. Whites are even shot by the police for no good reason and unjustifiable homicides that don't see fair prosecution or indictment of the fucking offending officers who walk free, who keep their jobs. This is not a racial issue. This is not a racial issue. This is not a racial issue. This is a governmental issue. This is a class issue. This shit flies straight over their heads and is ignored by people who don't want to have the conversation, and the people who win by default are the racists. And before I say the word black too many times, like saying Black Lives Matter, this way of thinking, this progressive, collectivist, social, Marxist, racial, fucking crazy way of thinking is not just a disease only black people catch. These are classes taught to radicalize students. And the white people love to go there and be allies for it. They think it's the right thing to do because they don't know any better, because they haven't been taught how to think or discern fucking reality, and they've been indoctrinated in the same way that a child soldier in Africa is indoctrinated, the same way as the homeschooled child of a preacher in fucking Missouri is indoctrinated. And speaking of Missouri, look at the fucking university. Good old Mizzou is a fucking hellhole right now, and it's spreading. This is a public service announcement from your friendly neighborhood white kid. Jesus Christ, except for I'm not a fucking kid anymore. But I just fucking, my mind regresses back to that kind of period of getting fucking jumped and stomped on. Oh, you see this? I've never mentioned it before. You see this? Never told you guys how I lost that tooth. But it has something to do with a fucking Nike shoe and a brown-skinned person wearing it. Didn't turn me into a racist. But it did happen. Fuck you, people. Seriously. Thanks for watching.